Tonight, we all have our own mountains to climb, moments that can seem terrifying, lonely, life-altering. Each year, Brian Hall faces a big one, Mount Washington. He cycles up the auto road, racing against time and the disease that makes it nearly impossible for him simply to walk distances without losing his balance.
Parkinson started presenting itself to Brian when he was just 14 years old. For years, Brian was angry, frustrated that the disease took so much of his life, until he realized he was letting it. In his book, Not Afraid to Fall, Brian Hall writes about the moment he decided to take his own life back and how he found freedom on the open road.
We sat down with Brian Hall at his girlfriend's home in New Hampshire. She and Hall's brother Mark were there to support him for this interview because all three of them have Parkinson's.
I tried out for high school basketball team, and the coach knows I was having trouble getting up and down the court, and no one knew. I mean, I was just intermittently having foot cramps, and it just got worse and worse through the years.
You write in the book that once you found out Parkinson's, once you heard that word, you wondered, what is this going to do? What does this mean for my life?
Living with it as long as I have, every 6 months to a year, there's another thing you can't do. You know, something you give up, something you love, all the way down the road. And you wonder, I mean, we all wonder how much it's going to take from me, you know? And somewhere down through this process, I learned that it can take anything it wants from me, but I decide whether I let it touch my spirit or my soul. And when I realized that, I felt okay.
Nearly 40 years into Parkinson's disease, Brian Hall took up cycling.
Well, I was a big tennis player and a golfer, and I can't golf or play tennis anymore. I want to be outside with my friends, so I got into mountain biking. And mountain biking, if you're doing it, I mean, aggressively, most people fall off, right? So it's a place where I'm very comfortable there. You know, when you fall, everyone falls.
Brian included, which is why he wanted us to include this.
I think it's perfect, because that's what the book's called. Not afraid to fall, right? Get right back up and keep going.
What is it that keeps you going?
I have one fear in my life. It's not living. Being here, but not living. And that's a real motivator. You know, I want to enjoy my life. And if you want anything in your life, you have to get up and do it and take it. But I think the more we do, the more we can do. At least that's what I've seen in my life.
His balance is greatly affected by Parkinson's, but less so on the bike. Every year, Brian pushes himself up another mountain, Mount Washington. What is the feeling when you finish?
Oh, it's unlike anything. You know, what's strange about this race for me, my friends say, you've done it, don't do it anymore. You know, you got hurt last year, don't do it anymore. I want to keep doing it because I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for all the people who don't think they can or don't think they can do anything. They're sitting in bed, on a couch, whatever. Maybe they see this and me doing this sort of activity. Maybe it'll give them the courage to try to do something for themselves.
For anyone who reads your story, what do you want them to take away from this?
I want them to know that you have the ability to bring empowerment back to your life, and you're not a victim to this. If you believe you are, you will be. You know, Parkinson's, like the book says, Parkinson's is in the end, it's a new beginning. If we look at it as a new beginning, then we see things differently. It doesn't have to be the end. We just keep open, stay open to new possibilities.
Wow.
I know.
Wow, what an
What do you say after Brian?
amazing man. I'm just flabbergasted by his courage and his spirit. wiping away the tears here.
It's something that anyone can learn from,
Absolutely.
whether you've been diagnosed with something or whether you have not. It's just
even
pushing
the
forward
thought
in life.
that this happened to him at 14 is astonishing. I've never heard of anyone being diagnosed that early. Obviously it happens, but to have that kind of courage and spirit is, woo!
Yeah. Yeah, he's
Wow.
definitely an inspiration. And if you're
Clearly.
interested in reading Brian Hall's book, it is called Not Afraid to Fall.